Okay, let's do another response video to a viewer question. So, MS asked, which one of these two sentences is correct? Today I wake up at 6 a.m. or today I woke up at 6 a.m. So the correct answer is the second sentence. Today I woke up at 6 a.m. Now I think maybe what MS is having a problem with is this sort of classic explanation that tomorrow is the future, yesterday is the past, and today is the present. And people often say this when they're trying to explain when to use the verb tenses. Now, this one, for tomorrow, or, next week, next month, the future, yes, that is correct. When we're talking about tomorrow, we use the future. When we're talking about yesterday, we do use the past. That's correct. But this one, talking about today, we use the present. That is a very bad explanation of how we use verb tenses. It's just not helpful and it's wrong. So when we're talking about today, if we're talking about right now, at this moment, we use the present continuous tense, not the present simple tense, the present continuous tense. And if we're talking about even just a few minutes before, we use the past. So even though we're talking about today, if we're talking about this morning, we're going to use the past. If we're talking about this evening, we're going to use the future. If we're talking about as soon as I finish this video, I'll take my son for a walk. I will take my son for a walk. So if we're talking about today, we might be using the future, we might be using the past, and we might be using the present continuous. But the one tense that we most likely will not be using would be the present simple tense. If we're talking specifically about today, then we'll most likely be using the present continuous, the future if we're talking about something after now, and the past if we're talking about something that happened today that was before now. So this explanation where you use the present simple to talk about today is not very clear, because in this example we're talking about something that happened this morning at 6 a.m., or really any time that we're going to say this sentence. It's going to be talking about sometime in the past, sometime earlier today. Even if he says at 1 minute after 6 a.m., 6:01, he'll say, I woke up at 6 a.m. Because that 1 minute ago, that was the past. So, once again, when we're talking about today, we rarely use the present simple. We'll either be using the present continuous. If we're talking about right now, what's going on right now, we'll be using the future if we're talking about something that's going to happen today, after now. Or we'll be using the past when we're talking about today, about something that happened already today. Okay, well, I hope that was helpful. Please subscribe to this channel, like the video if you do, and if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comments section below, and I'll see you in the next video.